On this episode of Carnage, we've got a new ECU, proper boost control, and we're gonna send it. Last time we had the Mazda on the dyno, we fired it up with this beautiful new green top. Beautiful green top. So this is our new LPG engine, and just as we're starting to crank up the power, the boost controller died. So Zane recommended that we get an FG turbo ECU because the car runs all FG gear, and that's when we called Bill at Everything Barra to sort us out with an ECU.
Hey Scotty.
How are we?
Great mate, how are you?
So what's involved in making this thing work with the turbo ECU?
With the turbo ECU, we basically just wire off the wastegate solenoid. The solenoid's already over there. I just run 2 wires under the dash, which is not the fun part.
Not in this car. This car is a nightmare to get under the dash with the roll cage and just how small the interior is. It's not fun.
No, so you want to do it once and that's it.
Yeah.
We make a simple change in the ECU and we just transfer the tune that Zane had already done onto the new ECU.
So we had an FG NA ECU in this before. So you're going to suck that tune out and load it into our new turbo ECU, which then just gives us a little bit more functionality, so for tuning and boost control.
Yeah, definitely. We're not running the boost sensor in this at the moment, but if you want to run one in future, you can. So then you can do closed loop boost control.
Okay.
But the simplicity of using the stock ECU is the benefit, really. You have no other extra modules, extra bits and pieces in the car.
Yeah. No, that's already caught us out. So, all right, we're going to head over the bench and work on these ECUs. So all this time we've had the Barra in the Mazda, we've been running it with this ECU, which is just a normal petrol FG automatic ECU that you'll find in a million Falcons.
Yeah, standard.
Yeah, so, but it has no way of controlling the boost. Where Bill has brought along this ECU, which came out of a Turbo Falcon FG.
Yeah, from Benny's Custom Works, his old ute. Been around for a while, that'll get us going.
Yeah, cool. All right, so what we're going to do is suck the tune out of that one, load it into this one. This one has the extra tables in it. Well,
the hardware.
The hardware.
Yeah.
The table's already there, but the hardware wasn't. So this one has the hardware to control the boost. So we're going to load the program from that one, cross into this one using HP tuners.
That's it, simple as that.
You're going to show us how?
Yep. So we'll read this one first. This one's already been set up for the MX5 by Zane, so we may as well use the data out of it.
So this is just the bench loom that you've created that powers the ECU and connects it to...
Yeah, it's just all that you need to read and write the ECU. Got a little plug on it so I can plug a OS1 plug into it or ZF plug into it. Yep, pretty simple.
And it only needs the one connection point because there's 2 connection points, but you only need to talk to this one.
Yeah, the middle plug is like the body side harness connector. This is the engine harness. So there's really only a couple wires in there.
Yeah.
And power, CAN bus, that's it.
Wow.
Yeah, simple.
I'm glad you think it is.
Yeah.
It's all black magic to me.
It can be made simple.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So that takes, what, just a couple of minutes?
Yeah, 2 to 3 minutes.
And apparently the FG ECUs are much quicker than the old, like the BA, BF ones, or BAs especially, were really slow. Yeah.
BA take around 5 minutes to read and write, so they're not great. BF is about the same as a FG. Okay. And they're usually a bit quicker to write than they are to read. This is the slowest part of the process, really.
Yeah, wow. Can you show us the table where the boost control is?
Sure. What I've actually done is I've already read the tune off the turbo ECU. So I can open that and compare it to the tune that was in it. That's in the MX5 one. So it might be a bit hard to see on the screen. The cells that are green are the differences.
Okay.
So at the moment, no boost sensor, no wastegate, no desired boost in the actual table.
And it's all zeros in the table.
Yeah.
So that's our petrol ECU you're looking at right now.
That's it. In a turbo ECU or turbo tune,
yep,
the main differences are basically that these have
values
data in it.
Yeah.
So this was tuned to sort of, I think it's a factory tune, 8 to 10 psi, and this is the wastegate duty cycle. So all we really have to do, we're not running a boost sensor, so we leave that off. We just turn the wastegate solenoid on. This is going straight on the dyno, so there's not much point me putting any other data in there.
No.
Zane can have a crack at it now, and it's good to go.
So all the tune data is in there, but you've just activated the wastegate control and that sort of thing.
That's it, yeah.
Awesome. Beautiful. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
It is simple if you know what you're doing, but
there's no need to overcomplicate it.
yeah.
Like this has already been tuned with that whole setup, so it's a good starting point to then add to.
Yeah, awesome. All right, well, I guess we should fit that to the car and go for it. Load it in first.
It's always handy.
Yeah. So that just simulates your key on, key off action? Yeah, cool. Is that how quick it writes?
No, it's just clearing the ECU first.
Okay.
Yeah, don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, wow.
It's still only a minute, like I said, to write. Reading it takes, I think, two and a half. But it's just so much better than a BA. A BA is painful to watch. Done.
Alrighty, let's get it in the car, see what happens. Okay, now Bill has plugged in our new ECU, it's got the tune in it, so in theory, we hit the key, this thing runs. Come on, battery. Bloody battery. Jump back. Okay. Alrighty, take two. Fuel pumps, fans, everything. There you have it, she runs. So I figure let's go talk to Zane, see if we can get this thing on the dyno. So here we are at max performance with the MX5. It's got its new ECU in it. It's even got some street tyres on the back. So hopefully we should actually see some real power. We're just sick of tearing up our drag radials. There's no point doing that when there's no actual racing happening. So street tyres on the back, new ECU. Let's crank some boost into this thing. Beautiful green top. So shiny. So right now, Zane is just mapping the boost map in the ECU, so testing a few things. So that's kind of our base pressure right there, 7 pounds. Obviously, he doesn't make a lot of power at that, and obviously he hasn't run it all the way out the curve either. But it'll be interesting to see where we can go, if we can get it up. Like we've already seen 20 pounds on a little test hit. But I reckon if we can get it 23, 24 pounds, it'll be very interesting to see what it makes. Yeah, it's that bulge, I reckon. Yeah. Well, it's not on the rim, but it's definitely down.
Yeah, I felt it on that run. I was like, oh.
So the tyres had a bit of a bulge there. We knew it was there, but we didn't think it was going to be much of a problem. But it looks like it's popped the bead. Tyre's gone flat. Dyno session is over. Damn it. So, in typical Carnage fashion, we have run into a couple little problems. First one is the tyre is flat. We borrowed these tyres off our mate Bubba. One of them had a bit of a bulge in the sidewall and we weren't too concerned about it, but it has popped the bead at that exact point and the tyre is kind of screwed. It won't reseat the bead, so we're kind of stuffed. We're going to have to get this thing off the dyno, get our old tyres back on it, because problem number 2 is that we are out of turbo. All right, our turbo kind of isn't big enough for what we're asking it to do. All right, so to explain this, we have some visual aids. This is a 0.82 rear housing for a, GT35. So you can see it's that big, and that's what we've got. We've got a 0.82 rear housing. The typical rear housing for an XR6 Turbo is a 106. As you can see, it's quite a bit bigger. And we can't actually make the boost with this. This, too small. This, right size. We need more of this so we can get the power up to where we need it to be. Unfortunately, we are not making the power and we're never going to make the power with the turbo we've got. So we're going to have to come back another day with another turbo and do this all again. You're not supposed to film me fucking struggling to get into place. Alrighty.